RadioMaster has been very busy over the last 6 months. First they launched this, the TX15 transmitter, then the TX16S Mark III, and now this, the AX12. But if you're expecting another typical FPV radio running EdgeTX, this definitely isn't that. The AX12 is RadioMaster's first Android-based transmitter, designed to run things like Mission Planner, QGroundControl, and telemetry apps, even digital video feeds. So this isn't just a radio, it's more like a portable ground control station. Which raises an interesting question. Is this the future of RC transmitters, or just a very specialised tool? Let's find out. Hello, and welcome to the Whirly Bloke channel. So before I look at what this is and what it does, it's important to understand what the AX12 actually is. And RadioMaster has been very clear about it. It isn't part of their traditional transmitter lineup like the TX16S, the Boxer or the Pocket. Instead, it fills a completely different role. Think of it as a hybrid between a radio transmitter and a ground control station. And because it runs Android, it can run software like QGroundControl, Mission Planner, telemetry tools, mapping apps, and other Android utilities. Another way to think about the AX12 is where it sits in the market. RadioMaster now have a huge range of radios, but there's always been a gap traditionally filled by things like the DJI smart controllers, SkyDroid H16 and CubePilot HearLink. It essentially brings that kind of functionality into the RadioMaster family. So if you want to build a non-DJI drone for prosumer or enterprise use, this kind of controller suddenly makes a whole lot of sense. Well, first impressions, this is actually quite a compact transmitter, and it reminds me a lot of this original DJI controller for the Mavic 2 Pro. It weighs about 640 grams, so it's noticeably lighter than something like a TX16S. And of course, the standout feature is obviously this 5.5-inch touchscreen. It's a 1280 by 720 HD IPS display that's plenty bright enough to work outdoors. This really becomes the centerpiece of the radio because most of your interaction happens through the touchscreen. And inside the radio, there's an octa-core processor, 4 gig of RAM and 64 gig of storage. So in many ways, it's basically smartphone level hardware built into a transmitter. And even though this is Android based, it feels like a proper RadioMaster transmitter. Uses these X5 Hall effect gimbals, so they're contactless and very precise. But if you want more precision, you can upgrade them. They're compatible with these AG01 Nano CNC gimbals that I've got on my Pocket. You've got the usual collection of switches. Momentary switches on the top here, 3 positions there, 2 rotary wheels on there, and there's 2 3-position switches on the back. And everything is fully configurable and mappable, so from a control perspective, it behaves exactly like a proper transmitter rather than some sort of gaming controller or something like that. It's got built-in ExpressLRS using the now familiar LR1121 chip, and that supports 2.4 gig or the 868-900 MHz range, and output powers up to 250 milliwatts. You still get 16 channels with advanced mixing, dual rates and custom curves, all the normal sorts of things. Firmware updates can be done over Wi-Fi, which makes things very, very convenient. So from a control link perspective, this is very much a modern ExpressLRS radio. It runs Android 9, but on top of that sits a custom control application called RadioMaster OS. You saw that on the splash screen. This handles all the radio-specific features like model setup, mixing, telemetry, voice prompts and transmitter configuration. So Android provides the flexibility, while RadioMaster OS provides the actual radio control system. You can also install Android apps through Google Play or just APK sideloading. And that means you could potentially run things like telemetry dashboards, mapping apps, ground control software, even simulators when you've got it in gamepad mode. And one of the key features here is MAVLink pass-through. This allows the radio to communicate directly with ground station software like Mission Planner, QGroundControl and ArduPilot tools. So the transmitter itself becomes your ground station display. And for people working with ArduPilot aircraft, research drones, that's incredibly useful. Another really interesting feature is under this little flap here, if I can get it open. There we go. This has got an HDMI video in, so you can feed digital video directly into here and view it on the screen. So if you're running WalkSnail, OpenIPC or anything with an HDMI output, you can display that video directly on the radio. There's also an HDMI output which allows you to mirror the display on an external monitor or have a director's monitor, for example. Again, this just reinforces the whole idea that this radio is really designed around ground station style workflows. Power comes from two internal 21700 batteries, which I think are in the handles, and RadioMaster says that will give you about 6 hours of operation. Haven't tried it yet, but that's about right. Charging's done by USB-C PD connector on the bottom there, and connectivity includes, get that back on there, includes Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and the usual USB-C on these connectors at the top here, which makes complete sense given that this whole thing is an Android phone essentially. So who's this radio actually designed for? Well, if you're flying typical FPV quads, something like a Boxer, TX16S or a Pocket will probably make more sense. But if you're building non-DJI drones for professional or enterprise use, this is where things get really interesting. Normally, those builds have a radio transmitter, a tablet or a laptop, telemetry radios and ground station software. The AX12 essentially combines those into one device. So for things like ArduPilot aircraft, robotics platforms, research drones, industrial UAVs and so on, this could simplify the field setup quite a bit. What's quite funny is that this actually reminds me of one of my first serious drone builds. About 10 years ago, I built a Taro 680 hexacopter running ArduPilot. It worked, but it was a really clunky combination of a Spectrum transmitter, a separate TV monitor, a laptop running Mission Planner, telemetry radios and cables all over the place. It worked, but it definitely wasn't elegant, and it just took ages to set up before I could even take off. Something like the AX12 would have made that whole setup a lot cleaner and simpler. And I suspect that's exactly the type of workflow RadioMaster had in mind when designing this radio. So, this definitely is a specialised transmitter rather than a universal one. Personally, I think the AX12 is actually quite an interesting direction. Instead of replacing traditional radios, it feels like RadioMaster are exploring new ways of integrating RC control with ground station workflows. And for people building advanced drones outside the DJI ecosystem, this could be a very powerful tool, especially since all DJI things are tricky in the US right now. But for everyday FPV pilots, it's probably not meant to replace your main transmitter. If you're thinking about building ArduPilot aircraft or non-DJI drones, this could be a really interesting controller option. And if you decide to pick up one of these using the links below, it helps support the channel and future reviews like this. I'd also be really interested to hear what you think about this radio. Do you see it as something like replacing traditional transmitters in the future? Or is it more of a specialist tool? Do let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.